Patron, take them away.
And welcome to Morning Watch with me, the Scruff, on this fine day, 16th of October. And is it a fine day? Not really. Bloody cold over the Dales today, and it's getting dark. And the question is, are the charts getting dark? Well, that's what we try and find out in these little videos. We look at the economic news of the day, see if there's going to be any major spikes. We also look at the strongest and weakest currency to see if we can help with the watch list. Now, these are done on a reward basis. We look for around 100 likes per video. If we fail to miss that for the rest of the week, it then stays in the Discord just for the guys in the squad. So, effort deserves reward, sort of thing. So let's have a quick flick over, see what the score is today. Well, if we're actually looking at the economic news, there's not a great deal. Now, it is Monday morning, and should always kind of just watch the markets very carefully on a Monday morning, because anything could happen. And certainly with world events as they are at the moment, there's a lot of uncertainty kicking around, and that's going to be apparent in just a second. Now, through the night, very little. There's nothing really going on this morning. Tiny little bit of euro news. It's not really moving the markets at all. Now, this then runs through most of the morning with a little bit of sort of pound news around 9 o'clock and a little bit more at 10. Nothing's happening for the pound and the euro. We then move over into the afternoon, where we start seeing the US economic data coming in, starting with the CAD. And again, it's very low impact, nothing to sing home about, nothing going on with the US. Run over into some more very low-key euro news, back over onto the end of the day, tiny little bit of US data, and then that's it. So today is basically a non-news day. It's a technical day today. So everything we look at should be able to see it in the charts. Now, if we are looking at the charts, I start with this. Now, what this does, it starts telling me the strongest and weakest currency. At the moment, it is the Swissy, and the JPY is down. Now, the Swissy's moved up 1 point from the last data sample, but it's actually losing strength. Now, that's a good indication as to what can come. Now, if the Swissy's at the top of the tree, that's showing signs of risk off. Okay, so people are pulling out of the dollar and they're just putting it into safe haven while they see what's going on. Now, this is clearly apparent here because the US is losing ground, and it lost a tremendous amount of ground over the last data sample. Similar with the pound. Now, the pound is a little bit odd. It's still relatively weak, but it's in better shape at this moment in time than I would say the dollar is. But it's still something to be really careful with. Now, the biggest shaker and mover was the New Zealand and JPY. Now, they've been hustling and bustling for the last week or so. And again, if we start looking at the data samples, you'll see the New Zealand has gained quite a lot of ground and the JPY is struggling. So for me, the currencies are really hard to work out today. I will be looking at more commodities. I'm actually going to back up something I said to the guys yesterday. So I'll be looking at orange juice today, of all things. It's not my choice, it's from the Scruffy squad. And that's one of the things that you'll often see in this channel, is I cherry pick nothing. I plan it out, but if the guys ask me to do something, I'll always back it up. So that's something I'll be watching today, and I'll also be watching the indices, sort of the DAX, that sort of thing. But if I'm coming into these, we can see here, it's pulling out the majors. So we've got our classics, our euro, dollar and pound. Both of them are showing good, and they're also showing a swap. Now, a swap is a change of motion. So if it has been pushing down, it's now time for it to start looking to either go into consolidation for ready for a move to the upside, which will actually have a knock-on effect to the USJPY with a similar situation. But the choice is Swissy JPY because it's strongest and weakest, and that's what we look at. So let us take a look at the charts. If we flick through, there is orange juice already set up. All my levels are in for it, so I'll be looking at that a little bit later. If I quickly look at sort of pound US, as I said, it was looking for consolidation to move to the upside. That is already in motion. That started. But if I'm looking at this, now this is the one that the sheet is pulling out as strongest, weakest. I need to start taking a real good look at this. What we can see, a royal run up, massive surges of recent. Why? World events. Then we're going into compression. I'd be more inclined to be selling this than I would be to buy this. And where I would find the trade idea is here. Very simple. And if I was to quickly mark this out, it's there. It's coming into a sell position to come down onto this, looking to brush the bases of that. That will be my play today with this, and happy days. So as always, guys, hit the subscribe button. Do smash the like if you want to see further of these videos, or any on my channel for that matter. And as always, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love. The money will follow. See you all in the next one.